Moonbase, this is Colonel Freeman. New orders from Commander Straker. Washington Square.
What? Full shutdown of all space flights? Are you certain, sir?
No, confound it. Where is Foster when I need him? Washington Circle Protocol.
Thank you, sir. We shall double our interceptor drills at once.
Very good then. Carry on, Moonbase.
He really needs to read the manual one of these days.
Tell me about it.
Welcome. I'll be reacting to the UFO episode, Survival. This is a commentary, not a market substitute. Please support the original. Oh, there's the shot from last episode. Here they come again. That's definitely the shot from last episode. Still cool though. Are we getting a moon-based story? It feels like it. Oh no. Oh.
One more day to go.
That got me.
Yeah. One more day.
That's funny.
Well, I'd love to stay, really, but... Oh, I know. You got 100 chicks just waiting for you to call. Well, let's not go overboard.
Maybe 50.
80 or 90, maybe?
Wait a minute. Is that the module they're in? I know the whole oxygen issue is terrible, but look at this amazing artwork on the wall. Now I'm imagining them going on Open Studios tours in the UK and being like, you are a really good artist. We're going to fly you to the moon and you're just going to paint a wall. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And then they show up and they actually get flown to the moon and they're just like, you want me to do a mural? Here? Now that's an episode I'd want to see. Didn't they notice the air's starting to get a bit thin? Oh no. I love the inflatable bean chair that they have in the, I guess this is kind of galley / rec room area. I think this is the earliest we've lost the guest star. And look, his shadow badge was ripped off and is next to him on the floor. It's so poignant. Why is the music so cheerful right now? It's so wrong. Maybe it's indicating they don't realize anything's really wrong? It looked like an accident? Another art wall. I wonder if maybe they made the pieces on Earth, did not tell the artists what it was for, or maybe we're like, let's make it space themed. And then they took the sections and brought those to the moon and kind of stuck them onto the wall. I'm leaning towards that theory now. Are they just sending his body into space? You would think they would return it to Earth, to his family. Oh, excellent transition there.
We've calculated that the projectile was fired from a group of rocks about 200 meters from the base.
Oh, they know it's a projectile then.
Then just taken off again after the attack.
No, the interference didn't last long enough. It's still somewhere on the moon. I've had the interceptors searching for the last 24 hours.
I'm going back to Moonbase with Commander Forster.
That's not a good idea.
This may be our best chance ever to get our hands on a UFO, intact.
Because it's on the moon. Aha. He has such a fantastic glassware collection here.
I'll leave an address where you can contact me.
What's her name? Foster. Or him. But probably a her in this time period. Look at that cute elephant. What is that mushroom lamp thing?
Why didn't you call? I look such a mess.
Why was she wearing that much makeup in the shower? Wouldn't she have washed it off? That's my only objection here. I feel like she should not have been wearing makeup. during this scene. What? I wanted more with his girlfriend. She seemed interesting. Who is she? What does she do? Moonbase is fun, but I prefer tea in the Midlands. Seriously, just one more scene with the two of them. They were adorable.
I was happy to tell him I think you're settling in extremely well.
Thank you, sir.
She sure is.
As Moonbase commander, your place is in the control sphere.
Maybe, sir. But I was the one who saw Bill Grant's face as he tried to make it to that airlock.
Yeah, Foster feels like he has to be out there. The dark side of the moon.
Just under 2 miles from target.
One of those hoppers is not coming back. They really look like little creatures now. The glowing eyes.
It's just sitting there.
Well, I suppose it's just possible it might be abandoned.
There's only one way to find out.
I highly doubt it. This is such a trap. I just know it. Could be automated defenses. Foster, can you just get down from there? Thank you.
Come in, Mark. Can you hear me? Come in, Mark.
Oh no.
Something must have gone wrong. Come on, let's go.
But where will it land?
Take cover.
Yeah. That definitely damaged both hoppers, and one is totally taken out.
If I thought there was one chance in 10 million. Well, you said yourself the Moonmobile was totally destroyed.
He's out there. Well, it looks like his air supply is okay. It's just communications that are down. The problem is he's so far away from Moonbase. I don't think he can walk back in time. It's odd that they wouldn't at least check. Send one more hopper out. Just to look. Because there is one chance in a million, you know? At least he's leaving discernible tracks to follow. Extra air? It's not much. Oh, wow, he has a little map. That's clever. They wouldn't take up any power. There's still the pilot out there, too.
A new commander will have to be appointed.
I didn't mean that.
I know what you meant. I feel the same way.
I'm pretty sure Alec feels it more deeply, though. She has more of a bohemian look to her apartment and her clothes. Oh dear, how are they going to explain his miraculous recovery when he gets back? Taking hostages. Very odd. Ah. But you're almost out of oxygen. Maybe he's just played some of the other aliens. And that's why he looks so similar. Oh, make Mark the new commander.
Are you offering me the job, sir?
Yes. Does that surprise you?
Not altogether. And does it surprise you if I say no?
Yes?
Oh, don't give me that. Racial prejudice burned itself out 5 years ago.
How would you know?
You're the best man for the job. Now, do you want it?
Yes, sir. I would like it. But not like this.
No one wanted it like this. No. You get some rest.
I'm glad they put this scene in. I gather the aliens have way more oxygen then. This is odd. What is this alien's plan? Wait, is he just lost and asking for directions? Oh, so the silver indicates commander. I always wondered why Paul wore this when he was at Moonbase.
To look for wreckage of the UFO. I did not know I needed your permission.
You don't, Commander. Carry on.
He wanted to look for Paul. I think that's what he's doing. He's like, yes, we're looking for wreckage. These two really are working together. Maybe the alien just thinks he can't survive on his own and needs a second person. They must be heavy with all that gear on, too. I feel like Paul's going to fall, and the alien's going to help him. Yeah. His beard is starting to get stubbly, showing time is passing. Oh, they're so close. Is it turning? If he's passed out, he won't be able to tell them the alien's right around the corner, though. Could he, like, point? I don't think he's quite conscious
Don't you
enough.
understand? He's a friend. Take it easy, Commander. What's he trying to say? I don't know. Let's get him back to the Moonmobile. Alien.
Oh no, they're not gonna get the friend part. Great. Ah. Now they'll never know what he really wanted. His poor girlfriend. Wait, you're not dead?
You're right, I don't understand. I'm told you're dead. Then you're alive. About your job. But does it come before everything? Even me?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Tina. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
I'll buy you a drink, Alec. Fine.
Okay, but who's commander of Moonbase now? I feel the most for Mark right here, because as awful as it was, and I think he'll be very happy that Foster is actually alive, he was commander briefly. That will be a very strange dynamic for a few weeks. He had a brilliant monologue here as well, basically saying, oh, we may have sponged off the outer facade of open racism, but that doesn't change how a lot of people still think and react. I think California is one of the biggest culprits of that. Lots of talk about, oh, we aren't racist. And yet just the constant microaggressions and simply not giving people the opportunity. I mean, you look at a lot of those boards and CEOs. Just thinking about my time in the theater, it's not good out there. All these companies are like, oh yeah, we're super tolerant. But when it comes down to actual reality, they aren't. And not to throw Dickens Fair under the bus here, but I kind of am. That's the perfect example of they had a lot of very legitimate complaints against them. And rather than actually doing something about the inherent racism of the company who owns them and sets policies, all they did was they put out this little kind of manifesto of, oh yeah, we don't do that, and we don't tolerate that. But when it comes down to it, not a single actionable, practical step was made towards solving the situation, towards putting actual consequences in place when these incidents happen. And as a result, myself and a lot of other people, we don't go to Dickens Fair anymore. Is it a fun event? Yeah, it's great. But they were only willing to talk about fixes. They weren't willing to actually implement them. And this is kind of heavy stuff to be talking about for an old sci-fi show, but they brought it up, and I think it's worth talking about briefly. The standards of perfection that are expected are way higher. The pressures are way more. And even though I think Straker had best intentions, he also did not realize and check his privilege there. He was just like, yeah, I don't care. You know, you're the best person for the job. And it's like, yes, but also, Straker, you're not realizing the complexity of the situation here. But it was a really interesting place to go on the show to bring that out. We also saw another UFO pilot here who might have been pulling a little bit of a Red October here, of coming to Earth and genuinely being interested. Maybe the opening sequence was him trying to get their attention? The equivalent of knocking on the door? I don't know. We never will know because, alas, Foster's communication equipment was down. Another what if episode. Special thanks to Alex Gilmour as the voice of Colonel Freeman and Rachel Pulliam as the voice of Lieutenant Ellis.